Hello guys, you're welcome to farm today. What we are doing today on the farm is weed control. Weed control is one essential practice that you cannot avoid if you want to have a good harvest. If you want to have a good yield, you definitely have to do what we call weeding. So weeding is you removing the unwanted plants from the surrounding of your plants, right? So you can come closer, let me show you this for instance is a weed. I didn't plant this, but it's growing beside my pepper. So this is a weed, these are weeds. I would have to get rid of them intentionally if I want to have a proper and good harvest. So you weed them this way, and after weeding you don't drop it on the ground because it's going to pick up on the ground as well. You just weed and take it outside, right? And weeding is one thing, like I said, you cannot avoid if you eventually want to have a proper harvest, because it has many advantages for you weeding your greenhouse farm, and I'll be listing some of them. The first one is resource management. So weeding is a good competition for your plants, right? The resources you're giving your plants will not be enough for them if you have a lot of weeds around them. They'll be taking the nutrients. So when I say resources, I mean the nutrients. They take the nutrients that you're supplying to these plants from wherever you're supplying the nutrients from, and they compete with the plants. So you eventually have a stunted growth, plants not doing well, and all of that. So if you want to make sure things are going well and you want to enjoy a good harvest and yield, you have to always make sure that you are weeding. You have to make sure that you're always weeding your farm. When it is done properly, you're going to enjoy your harvest, and when it is done properly with every other things, you're going to enjoy your harvest overall. And number two advantage why you would have to weed in your farm is pest control. So weeds are actually harbor of pests. They harbor pests a lot: aphids, white flies, mites, trips, I mean to say. So they harbor this pest enough, and this pest actually disturbs your plants, especially white flies, trips, aphids. They disturb your plants. So you don't want to feed your plants with what is not good for them. So you have to take away the weeds and probably treat your plant however you want to just get rid of this pest, right? And the number three advantage is tidiness. If, let's say for instance, there are grasses everywhere, you won't just enjoy your farming, right? So everything looks better, it looks neater, and all of that. So you have to make sure you keep weeding. And the fourth one is good yield. Like I said before, if you want to have a good yield, a proper harvest, you need to always make sure you keep weeding. Make sure you keep weeding. And the fifth one, which is the last one, is nutrient utilization. I think it's connected to the first one. So when you pass in the nutrient from your tank down here, as it is coming in, if your plant is the only thing in this grow bag, for instance, they take the nutrient that's coming in. But if, let's say, you have all of these weeds here, they definitely compete with the weeds, and eventually you're left with less nutrients for your plants. Very, very less nutrient for your plants. So weeding is a key practice you would have to adhere to. Stay tuned, as I'll be documenting my journey, like I said in my first video on this channel, in this greenhouse farming. So my daily activities will be documented on this channel. Stay tuned and enjoy farming with us.